Diane in Denmark here, rah, rah, rah. It is Monday morning and it's not just any old Monday morning. We're into the month of September, hooray! Everybody's back into school, hopefully back into routines. And this week I'm going to be doing something a wee bit different. But actually it's a repeat of what I've done in previous years. In the month of August, September, I always do a series which is called, Back to Flylady Basics, or Flylady Refresher course. Been there, done that. And I know it always helps just to go through it one more time. And I like to show you the Flylady system in action. You see me getting off my bahookie and how I use it for our life. This is what I want you to take away from any of my videos, that you don't need to be doing the same as me. You take the Flylady system or KonMari, getting things done, you take the little bits that work for you, you mix it all up together, and that's your system, okay? So today we're going to be doing a weekly home blessing hour, and the rest of the week I'll be talking about setting up some really good solid routines, what to focus on, whether you are working outside the home or whether you're working inside the home. We'll be talking about the Flylady's daily focus. Maybe you thought, oh, I don't need that. And we'll be getting into lots of other good stuff, zone cleaning. Anyway, we're going to start right at the beginning, weekly home blessing hour, and I want to show to you today, once again, the power of the timer. I'll just take the timer, here we are. Now, the weekly home blessing hour, if you look at it on the Flylady website, you've got the 7 tasks and you work through them 10 minutes at a time. Work on a task and then change focus. Now, a lot of you are kind of going a bit overboard with this and trying to clean the whole house during weekly home blessing hour. No. It's the high traffic areas. Today you'll see my high traffic areas. Yours will be different. Don't worry if my traffic areas are different from yours. You may not have an entryway. Maybe you just open the front door and you're into your living room. Maybe you have a huge kitchen. Maybe you have no pets. Maybe you have 15 cats. Everybody is different. But I'm going to walk you through how I do my weekly home blessing, and I'm just going to spend 5 minutes on each task. And I know a lot of you are saying, you'll never do anything in 5 minutes. Let's just see how much we get done in 5 minutes. So I'm going to start with vacuuming. I've got my Flylady control journal here. I've got the list, my own list of weekly home blessing hour, what I do. But I'm just going to start. Please join in with me. Don't just sit there on your bahookie. I mean, the point of my videos is to motivate you and to get you moving. But first of all, I'm going to vacuum. So let me just get plugged in and revved up and let's get going. So 5 minutes on the timer. Okay, and we're off. I plug in my vacuum. I plug it in the hall. I do the hall, I do the kitchen, I do the little bathroom that is just off to the side there. See, that goes through to the kitchen and the bathroom. So I'm just going to get hoovering. You can do the same thing, or if you haven't done it yet, go get dressed to shoes. Right. Mind your feet. Detailed vacuum here. We're just getting the obvious bits where people have been walking, where you see any obvious dirt. Okay, we're not detailed vacuuming. That comes during zone cleaning. Okay, I'm moving this way. Right into the bathroom. I'll just take you in the timer with me. Watch your feet again. Just plug in over here. I've got a few seconds left. Remember, I've only been going for 5 minutes. Yeah. I managed to get living room, just the areas that we walk on, and the kitchen, the little bathroom and the hall all done in 5 minutes. Of course I could spend longer, but we're just doing one task and moving on to the next. Just unplug this and tell you what the next one is. Right. Okay, so next task. Now, normally, if you look at the Flylady list, there'll be changing bed linens. We change our bed linens every second week. So 1 week I change the bed linens in the master bedroom, and then the next week my kids, they change their bed linens. We only change them once every 2 weeks. You may be different if you eat food in bed, or if you share the bed with 15 dogs. You probably want to change them once a week. I won't be doing that today on my weekly home blessing hour, but add it into yours. I mean, if you need help to get changing the sheets, write that down. But the main thing is that you have your list and you check it off. Next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to dust for 5 minutes. So I'm just going to take my feather duster, and in fact instead of doing the feather duster today, I'm just going to do flat surfaces. If you've got a feather duster, you may want to use that. For the flat surfaces, I just prefer the hand duster. I like the feather duster for the high bits. But anyway, let's go again for 5 minutes. And I'm just going to do the same areas, the living room here and the hall, and that's it basically. Remember, we're not detail dusting here, we're just doing a very quick dust. Because you saw me detail cleaning this room this week, so it really shouldn't take long if you're consistent with the Flylady system. That's consistency is key. I know I've mentioned that to you. And also picking up and putting things away. The only things that we've got left out in this room from yesterday are the books that we're reading. And that's all right, don't mind books lying around, as long as not tons of them. Okay, I'm coming behind you and I'm just dusting off where we have our television. and the Xbox. Right, I'm doing top of the chest of drawers. Remember, I detail dusted this the other day, so it doesn't need, we're not detail dusting. Okay, just a quick wipe off my chair here. Right. Okay, should I take you out into the hall? Let's go into the hall. Okay, we're still going. There's not much in our hall. We've just got the shoes and a little bench for sitting down so you can put your slippers on when you come in. We don't wear shoes in the house in Denmark, so if you're wearing shoes inside the house and dragging dirt, of course it's going to take a wee bit longer for you to do your vacuuming. Right. Okay, well I can't see much else in here. Let me just get the tops of these. I'll be showing you zone cleaning this week, and it is actually the entryway, how you come into your house and the dining room. And you know what, I'm going to stop the timer here. I've only used 2 minutes, and that was it. If you haven't dusted before, you will find that probably you need the full 5 or 10 minutes. But if you're being consistent with the system, I mean, you saw me there, it took me less than 3 minutes to do the dusting. Okay, on to the next task, and let's check our list. Okay, back to our list. So the bed linens, I'm just going to write in here, that's the kids in our case. Vacuum, I've done that. Let me see, dust, we've done that. We've got news, on the Flylady website it'll say 10 minutes on newspapers, magazines, junk mail. I keep all our, anything that comes in, you've seen this before. When I bring in the mail, I actually usually stand outside the recycling bins and look through everything immediately. Is it just some kind of flyer that can immediately go in the bin, in the paper recycling? The local newspaper, I read that, and that's in my pamper basket just behind you. And that I normally do, it suits me to do it on a Sunday because I'm kind of finishing off the week. I'm looking through my basket, see what needs read, and that out it goes. You may need to go into your, for example, your kitchen. Maybe you've got a whole pile of papers on the kitchen table, or on the kitchen island. You're just going to set your timer again for 5 minutes and gather up all those papers. If it's stuff that you need to deal with, put it into your office, or if you've got some kind of folder for when you're doing your desk day stuff. Otherwise, if it's newspapers, are you going to read them? If you're not going to read them in the next couple of days, get them out of there. We don't have any magazine or newspaper subscriptions. We just get the local free newspaper, and that's it. So as you can see, again, I can say, no, that's me already done. Do you see how it works in the Flylady system? When you're being consistent with this, the house ends up cleaning itself. Okay, right, another one, recycling and rubbish. Now, I have it set up that I get a reminder, I put a reminder on my phone that on a Wednesday night, everybody goes round and checks their rooms, and we check all the bins, and we get the trash out. That's because Thursday morning is when trash is collected. I have another reminder on my phone on on Thursday night, and that reminds me that it's recycling day. Now that can either be the recycling, I'm just looking at the bins outside now behind you, that can be paper, we've got paper, metal, plastic, glass, and we also have the garden refuse recycling. It switches up the weeks. So that's a little indicator to me to do that the night before. That works for me. Perhaps you prefer to do it all in one day. There's sometimes that we come back from holiday and I just feel like a little boost and I go through that. But I'm going to tick that off because I did it the other day, and I'll get the reminder this week to do it Wednesday night and Thursday night. Okay, so that leaves two things. We've got mopping and we've got windows and mirrors. Now, mopping I always do last. I do it last because it means that nobody's going to slip. You know, you don't want to be mopping and then be trying to walk around dusting stuff. I do it that way first, And then also, I do mopping last because that's, for me, it's like the end of my weekly home blessing hour. And also I can have a drink of water, and because I can't walk on those areas for 5 or 10 minutes. So that works for me. So I tell you what we'll do first. We'll do the windows and mirrors. And I do that by zone, and we'll get into that later this week. But let me just grab a Flylady microfiber cloth and my generic glass cleaner. I use stuff that's environmentally friendly, so I can, you know, I clean in the clothes that I'm wearing for the day. What I generally do, of course, I've got my jacket because I'll be going off out as soon as I've finished this video. But I've got my clothes for the day, and if I'm about to do some cleaning, like just now, I'll take off my jacket, and if I've got any kind of long necklace, I'll take that off because that always gets caught in the vacuum cleaner for some reason. But otherwise, I'm wearing the clothes that I wear for the day. If you're worried about, you know, getting stains on you, just think about what kind of products are you using. Are you using toxic products? If they're not good for your clothes, they're not good for, you know, your body, or for the kids, or for your pets. So maybe step away from the toxic stuff. And if you're cleaning consistent with Flylady, you don't need the toxic stuff any longer. It really is kind of green way to clean. So let's go into the hall, and I'll show you how I do my windows, mirrors and doors. Okay, and I do a quick scoosh with my product and wipe off with my rag. I fold my rag into like 6, so I can just keep turning it around instead of, you know, if you clean like this and use the whole rag, the whole thing is just kind of getting messy. And this way, it just makes it easier, and you're using less rags. Okay. Quick scoosh. I'm doing the mirror here. And I'll also do, here we've got a little kind of porthole in our front door. I'll just do the other side as well. And remember, we're not detail cleaning here. You'll see me detail cleaning in this area the rest of the week. And then I'm going to do this glass door, that's through to the birds. Right, just a quick scoosh. There we go. And that is it for this area. I tell you what, as we've still got time on the clock, I'll go and do the windows in the dining room because that's also part of zone 1. Just hold on. Right, here we go. Now you could of course do the windows, you know, in your high traffic areas. I like to do it by zone so that I don't forget about it. But this way, just do a quick scoosh. This way, I'm making sure that I get all the windows done, or most of them done, every month. And again, you can see how fast it is. And I know a lot of you have asked about the microfiber cloth. It doesn't leave any streaks. I'm not kind of having to spend 3 days, you know, cleaning it off. You can see, nice and clean. Okay, I'll just do the last 2. Just turn my cloth around. Do the last one. Woohoo, that's done. Put this down. So the last part of my weekly home blessing hour is going to be the mopping. Woo, can you see me? It's gone all down. We'll go and do a quick mop. My mop is hanging on the side of the fridge in the kitchen, so let's go and get that. Right, here we go. This is my mop on a stick. It's not a steam mop, it's not plugged into electricity. It's just it's a scoosh mop on a stick. I've made a video about it before. I'm just going to wet the pad, and the product is in the body of the machine. I just like to start it off with the hot water on the pad. Put that down there. Maybe if I move you down a bit, you can see a bit better. I'm just going to quickly mop. Remember, we are not detail mopping here. It's a maintenance mop. Okay. Because once you've done your quick mop at the beginning of the week, if you spill something on the floor, you know, when you're having dinner or when you're cooking dinner, you're just going to mop it up there and then. You're not going to wait, you know, you're not going to wait a week to get rid of it. Obviously, if you make a mess, you clear it up. Okay, I'm just going to move you into the hall. Okay, we're still going. Can you hear it? I don't know if you can hear it say scoosh, scoosh. Scoosh, scoosh. Right, so that's our little bathroom done, our little guest bathroom. Coming up there. And you see how fast it is? Let me just come behind you. There we are, down behind you. And I'm not, hold on, I'm not lifting up carpets, moving everything. I'm just giving a quick detail mop. Sorry, a quick basic mop, okay, where we're not doing detail cleaning. Right, and then if I can go through to the living room, that's me done, woohoo, that's me done. If I go through to the living room and we'll finish up. Woohoo, we're done. Now, look at that, let me see, the time on the video is 22 minutes. And I was talking at the beginning of that, so you can see how fast it is for me to do my weekly home blessing hour now, because I am consistent with it. As I said in the beginning, if you're just starting with Flylady, you'll probably need a full 10 minutes on every task. But don't go overboard and do that thing of saying, oh, you know, I need to, you know, I haven't cleaned it for 3 years, so I'm going to spend an hour on it. The idea is that we're just making a little dent in things and moving forward. You know, we're just moving forward all the time. So I've done, the kids are changing their sheets this week. Maybe you need to help your kids with that. Vacuumed, check. Mop, check. Windows and mirrors, I've done those in the zone, check. Dusting, check. Newspapers, magazines, as I said, I deal with them as they come in, or I deal with the newspapers. I put them in a pamper basket and I deal with those once a week. And recycling and rubbish is also taken care of on the day before. So I hope that gives you a wee insight. If you need me to hold your hand, because I have got tons of videos where I do a full 10 minutes in each thing. I'll put the link to the playlist up there. But as I said, this week I just want to show you how I do things and to encourage you that, you know, if you haven't tried the weekly home blessing hour before, just get into it. You know, set your timer for 5 minutes. It doesn't need to be the full 10 minutes, but just set your timer for 5 minutes and do something. So on that note, I'm going to wash my hands and get my jacket on because I have got appointments, and I will be checking in with you the rest of this week. I said about routines, setting up routines, zone cleaning, daily focus, pampering, one of the key parts of the Flylady system. So that's it for me. So anyway, live long and prosper. May the Danish hygge be with you. Oh, and let me just get my pom-poms. Remember, please don't beat yourself up and say, oh, I'm not doing things properly. Just give yourself a wee pat on the back when you're finished, and I'm going to give you a big rah, 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 because I'm here to be your cheerleader. Okay, see you tomorrow morning. Okay, bye for now.